Peace, y'all. This E. Jake, the great top mover over here at LFOD Radio. You know what I mean? And I need one of these coffee mugs, man, or whatever this is, man. Hold my water or some shit like that at the gym or something, you know? Let me get one of these for free. I'll give y'all a sweatshirt. PHM, you know, powerhousemovement.com.
You rocking out with LFOD. LFOD Radio, live free or die.
LFOD Radio.
LFOD Radio,
Live free or die.
LFOD Radio, boy.
You are now tuned in to Live Free or Die Radio. I am your host, Uncle Sam. Today is Tuesday, February 26th, 2019. E. Jake will be our guest today. He is a rapper, realtor, and entrepreneur representing the hustlers, knowledge seekers, and wisdom speakers of the universe. He was on here back in episode 56, came up with Ian from Loud Minds, and we had a real brief convo then. I'm definitely looking forward to building off that. If you missed the Numenera episode, that is up now. It's on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, LFODradio.com. Pretty much anywhere you could listen to a podcast. Definitely check that out. He made some large statements, King of Boston, among other things, and I think he's got a perspective that, you know, it'll be interesting for y'all to hear, and I'd love to hear your responses too. Before that, we had the Women in Hip Hop podcast, YM Prop, Frank Knight, Joe Grizzly, DJ Black Action, State of New England Hip Hop, 130 other episodes to choose from, so feel free to catch up on your own pace. If you are tuned in, let us know at LFOD Radio with an underscore on Twitter. And if you're an artist, submissions at LFODradio.com. Send us some clean records, and we can get those going. That's where we got all these records we're playing tonight from. Everyone reached out there first. Big weekend for us. I want to talk about one thing first. We got Victoria with us. How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a long weekend.
Yeah, you want to let us know what was going on with that?
This weekend, I took pictures at lots of performances, starting with J Electronica at the Middle East, which is awesome. His performance was insanely energized. The crowd was just so in tune with his music. It was crazy. Made in Tokyo was the night after that. That crowd was crazy too. Completely different energy, but definitely so hype.
Yeah.
To see him, yeah, for sure. It's nice to see artists perform and remember what their hits are, because I always forget all the hits.
Too much?
No, just like you don't really realize an artist's songs until like they're performing them sometimes, because I don't really look at names and artists with music. Sometimes I'm just shuffling. So
playlist culture.
Yeah, exactly. And then
JLEC had a bunch of Boston dudes on too. I believe Mark Maron was on the bill, Rex.
Yeah. And he's played past his last song and then invited everyone to his meet and greet.
Really?
It's really great.
That's cool.
And then he hung out for a while after and talked to a lot of the local artists who were performing.
Nice.
It was nice for sure. It's a good vibe, good energy. Him and his DJ, amazing people. They're super cool to talk to.
Shout out JLEC. It was funny because I was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And he was up here, so we swapped spots for a minute.
Yeah, exactly. That was funny.
I didn't do a meet and greet, but
yeah, no, it was really cool. And another show at the Middle East upstairs for Wi-Fi.
No, so I believe you'll be at Y-Try.
No, I just was at Y-Try.
You were just at Y-Try.
I was at Y-Try on Sunday. Yeah, it was a long weekend.
I didn't know you went to 3.
Yeah, 3. It was good. And I also went to a panel on podcasting for the Hood Grown Aesthetic group, which was cool. Both Athena and I'm so bad with names right now, but yeah, they're great. They're awesome. I got to meet them. They them and I are going to be doing something cool up and coming, so
yeah,
yep, super excited.
Nice. Yes. I'm excited too.
Yeah,
dope. Yeah, if you have shows that you want us to go to, let us know. Victoria's definitely bouncing around, hitting everything. And if you wanted to know about these shows, we have a calendar on our website, LFOD life.com/calendar or lfodradio.com/calendar. You can find it either one. And it's got all the shows that we know about in New England. It's a Google Calendar. You can add it to your phone. You'll know about everything.
Got it on my phone.
If you're a promoter, you can hit me up. I'll add your email. You can add your own shows. Not bad.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. Yeah, I thought Why Try was tomorrow. I'm all,
No.
What's Wi-Fi then?
Why try?
Oh, you just said it
He had
wrong.
a song.
I was trying to save you.
He had a song about Wi-Fi,
Oh, okay.
about bad Wi-Fi and trying to talk to his girlfriend. It was funny. That's all I can remember was that.
Word. Well, before we get going here, I do want to let y'all know one other thing that's happening that's cool. Longtime listeners will know the man, Billy Loman, now currently just going by Loman. He's a producer out here, and he just launched a Kickstarter for his new boutique music shop, production studio, and tech experience at Bow Market in Somerville. It's called Union Sound, and basically what it's going to be is it's right next door to Vinyl Index, which is one of the newer record shops out here, and they're going to carry electronic instruments, specialized gear, and you can test it all on site in a fully functional studio environment. They'll have consumer audio products as well. Shop's going to be open noon to 7, and all the off-time musicians and producers can book their own sessions. They'll also have beat-making services, music production, audio restoration, cassette duplication, et cetera, et cetera. They'll be doing a lot of events. Loman's a good dude. He's heavy in the beat community, and this is happening whether the Kickstarter gets funded or not, but funding the Kickstarter will really help them get going. They're only like $600 away, and it ends on the 28th, and if you are an artist and you pledge, you get a free beat from Billy. You just need to show him. So that's a pretty good deal. I mean, this dude has placements all over. So check that out. It's just if you go on Kickstarter and search Union Sound, you'll find that. We'll share the link as well. He gets to pick the beat you get, though. So keep that in mind. But they're all going to be fire. You know Billy. Loman, I'm sorry. He killed the Billy. He killed Bill. Amanda.
What's up?
What's up with you?
I'm very frigid.
You're cold.
It's really cold. It is like disrespectful cold outside. Like wind just knocked me straight in my face. Like, psh.
I was tanning this weekend, so.
Yeah, we know. That's like a light stunt because you're in New Orleans. Like, we know. We totally know.
I just want to know what you ate.
Crawfish.
I ate 2 po' boys my first night, and it wasn't even dinner. It was just like 3 hours apart.
I'm not impressed. You could have done better.
No, they were fire. They were the shrimp with a lobster bisque sauce.
Oh, that sounds actually really good.
It was very fire.
Never mind.
And I did eat crawfish, finally. A lot of po' boys, crawfish. Yeah, we'll talk. This is not what they tune in for.
Yum.
Never.
But we do have E. Jake in the building. We're going to bring him on shortly.
Yo.
Alex sends his love to everybody. Tia does as well. Speaking of the beat scene, I just got this new Billy Dan's album in my inbox, and I want to play a song off it.
I heard you guys, I was listening on the way in, and you all were talking about what you did over the weekend, which sounds super dope. You have been getting out crazily over here. That's awesome.
It was definitely a lot of fun this weekend.
Yeah, like, I gotta hang out with you more.
Yeah.
I gotta get my life.
Please.
I will. I hosted actually 2 events over this past weekend, which was the Lab Showcase, which is based out of Funk Phenomena in Everett, and it is ran by Abdul and Zay, and it's always phenomenal. Like, this is the 3rd installment, and it was just fire.
I need to check it out.
No, like, you have to come,
especially if you look as fly as you did.
Oh, hey, you see me out here? I'm trying.
Some 90s steez for sure.
Thanks. I can't even take credit for that. I am going to big up Tanya of Imperfectly Perfected Designs. It's just, she's amazing. And she had a fashion show in the midst of the showcase, which was super dope. I was like, I want that. Oh, I want those boots. She did everybody's makeup and dressed everybody. It was just phenomenal. She styled me in 2 different outfits. I was like,
That's amazing.
The first one, like everybody's like, oh, it's like Aaliyah, but I'm like, nah. I feel like it was more like a Jhené Aiko type of vibe, which I really, really like. It spoke like a lot to me. And then I hosted Flow Boston Arts, Flow Samoa with Lady Flo, aka Malika, and she's just amazing. She curated the whole thing. It was over at the Dorchester Arts Project. There was a lot of people that pulled up. C4 was actually came up and was just arrived and was like, I can perform something. I'm like, what?
That's always nice.
So we put him up, and there was like 17 other performers. Like, everybody's just dope. And what's really cool is like I feel like I know a lot of artists in the city, but every time I turn around, like there's a whole gang like coming out of nowhere, just like super, super talented. Like, it's really, really dope. So I had a really good weekend. That was my weekend.
Word. And that's kind of what we talked about with Noom too, when he was like, does everyone get the attention?
I saw him actually
it's wild
on
how
Sunday.
many new people pop out.
He was at the event.
Yeah?
Yeah, he like pulled up and showed up. He didn't perform though, which I gotta like circle back around. So I'm not sure why that didn't happen.
I think he's about to be popping up more. It sounds like he's gearing up.
Well, he's going to be on the Mill on the next
Monday.
Vibes and Offerings at Mad Music Mill. Yeah, him and Tizzy.
I love Tizzy.
I love Tizzy. It's going to be a really good show.
Shout out to Bakari JB as always.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
It was yesterday, but happy birthday.
Oh, he also was at J Electronica. Did a great job.
Oh, he performed at that?
Yeah, he was on the bill.
Beautifully, for sure.
Shout out Bakari.
Yeah, happy birthday.
All right. Yeah. Happy
J
birthday.
Electronica.
Well, insane.
I saw the video.
I have so many more.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. You saw those on at LFOD Life on Instagram probably, right?
I totally did. Totally was looking on LFOD Life and saw all of those videos. What I really appreciated about him was that he like got in the crowd.
Yeah, he was on the floor for
and was
most of the show.
Yeah, like that's amazing to me. He's legendary.
Insane. Seriously didn't care about getting any of the staff mad, which is hit or
Which is
miss,
always
but it was great for the crowd.
Yeah.
And he was handing out bottles.
Nice.
I also heard he was signing autographs too. Like willy-nilly. Like just, here we go.
He
we're out
invited
here.
everyone backstage for a meet and greet.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
We need more artists like that.
I believe so. I
That's
told him
dope.
too. I was like, you gotta
I'm sure
push that
this
one
will turn
more.
into something.
Hopefully.
So anyway, I do want to get Jake on here. Before we do that, we're going to play a couple records. This one, so we were talking about the beat scene earlier, and I actually met this dude, G Wiz, at the Stew Beat Showcase. He was there. He won 2 years ago, I think, and he's been coming to it for a while. And he was posting last week about how he had a record on the new Billy Dan's album, and then the guy promoting Billy Dan's music just sent us the new Billy Dan's album. So we're gonna play one produced by G Wiz. He's out of Connecticut, but he shows a lot of love to the Boston scene. This one's called Holly Berry. It's off Six Pack, which is out very soon. It's actually out March 8th. It's the new Billy Dan's. You are tuned in to Live Free or Die Radio. Within the Circle, that's a new one from Jake. What's happening, man?
Peace, man. How you?
I'm good. And before that, we did have childhood love stories as well. Wolf. That's Mo Pope, Lightfoot, and the gang. Dude, I'm good, man. It's been a while,
It's been
dude.
a little bit of time, man. I was just thinking to myself, like, it was like 3 years since I came over here.
Yeah, you were doing Wu Raised Me.
Yeah. Me and my brother Skrill H was just talking about that because we're talking about how we're gonna do the rollout for this new album that I got coming on. He was like, man, we have to do we have to capitalize off what we did with Wu Raised Me, you know what I'm saying? Just get back to everything, get back to the streets. It don't matter if it's a high platform, if it's a lower platform with just, 2 viewers, two listeners, we gotta capture everybody, man. So that's why we have to come full circle and, shake hands, kiss babies.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, shout out to Uncle Loud one time too.
Yeah, shout out to Loud, man. His whole movement and whatnot. He that's how we,
Yeah, we didn't even know you were coming through.
Yeah. So it was love.
That was what's up, man. What have you been doing the last 3 years?
Oh man. So besides, always been rapping. I'm dropping at least 1 or 2 projects a year. Since then, I'm also a realtor. If anybody doesn't know, you know what I mean? I have E. Jake Realty as well. I just passed my broker license too.
Congratulations.
So thank you. I'll be getting but I have to wait a little bit from the board, so I'll be actually opening up my own firm around like September time, but I'm setting everything up right now. And I'm a new dad, man. You know what I mean? First time dad, so I just been living the dad life, doing the fan thing. You know what I mean? We homeowners now, so I've just been doing all that grown up things, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Are you good dad gang?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely I was about to rock the hoodie right now, but I think he done threw up on it, so it's somewhere in the laundry right now, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm definitely good dad gang all day, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tom, the whole ST movement, and my brothers right there.
That's what's up, man. Before we get too far into all that, I just want to get to this right off the top. I saw you said you like to book radio interviews so your people locked up can get an early listen.
Yes.
You want to give some shout outs right away?
First and foremost, shout out my brother Smoke, man, up there in Shirley and whatnot. You already know, man, me and Smoke go way back. My man D just came home, who I shout out when I was over there, 945. D just came home from Worcester County. Shout out to man, I know you know what I mean, hold your head, baby, you know, you just blew trial and whatnot, man. We gonna get that appeal wrapping up. Shout out to man, I don't shout out to a bunch of brothers I was locked down with, man. Y'all know who it is. It's easy, man. E. Jake right here. You know what it is, man. So just shout out to everybody, man, just doing what they gotta do inside, man. Getting right, getting their body right, getting their mind right, reading them books. You know what I mean? Just stay up out of trouble, man. You know what I mean? Keep them visits coming, man. Stay up out the box, man. Just get your visits, get your commissary. You know what I mean? Do what you gotta do to come home, baby. You know?
Word. I think that's dope that you.
Yeah, man. I can't forget about it. Like, you know what I mean? Another thing too, I just turned 30, man, a couple of weeks ago. Not even a couple weeks, you know what I mean? February 18th, man, I just turned 30, man, the big 3-0. So, like, I've been getting locked up and catching cases since I was 12, man. You know what I mean? Getting locked up since 15, so it's like, I can't forget about that. That's why a lot of my music is still, like, you know, a lot of that street content and all that type of stuff and whatnot, because, you know, I represent a lot of those brothers who's up in there, even sisters up in there too. So, you know, I gotta speak for my people.
Yeah, tell the story.
Right.
And these are all new records, to be clear, right?
Yeah. The one you just played Within the Circle is track 1 off of my latest album, which is Invisible Moves, that I dropped. Was it October or November? I think it was November of 2018. Everything's produced on that album by 183rd. He's out of Bronx, New York. He does a lot of work with Smoke DZA, Dave East. His beats is fire. So we did a whole tape together, and but you know what I mean. Like I said, I'm always dropping new music. Like I'm dropping 1 to 2 albums a year, EPs or whatever. So I'm ready for the follow up. But yeah, that's definitely a new joint right there, Within the Circle, man. I got a lot of good feedback from that record too. Word,
yeah, I like it. It definitely stood out to me for a few reasons. So you got Top Mover coming though?
Yeah, Top Mover coming. So everything, I think that's one of my strength and weakness is that I'm very like an intricate type dude. So I'm sometimes I'm too involved with what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it just slipped my mind. But nevertheless, I'm always like with the type of like for instance, I just did Invisible Moves. Now I'm coming with Top Mover. I dropped the album a couple years ago in 2017 called Barcardics. And before that album dropped, though, I dropped a quick little EP, had Geechee Suede up on there from Camp Low. I had my brother Benny the Butcher, you know, Griselda. So that before that dropped, I had that EP that was called Quick Batch. So Quick Batch was setting up for Barcardics. I was like, I'm saying RDO dope. And then after Barcardics dropped, I dropped another follow-up EP called Barcodes. So right now, even with my hat right now is Movers. That's what we came through, me, Jay Boston, the whole team, the whole PHM, we just sat down, just think about how can we just rebrand our whole label and just our whole movement and getting, you know, everybody who's strong in this game has their own fan base. Like, you know, Beyonce has Beehives and Meek Mill has his Chasers and whatnot. So I'm like, we're Powerhouse Movement. Who do we have? We don't want to just say we have Movement Mommies. Or like, who can we say that's a universal term?
The Movers.
You know what I mean? That represents us all. So it's the Movers. So now that I'm branding Movers, everything is gonna follow up with that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to brand everything. So it came with Invisible Moves. I was, you know what I mean? That whole album is about just you know what I mean, making the moves and doing what you got to do out here without, you know, posting everything or just promoting everything? Can you just still have a strong presence and just come through out of nowhere, just, you know what I mean, just doing what you got to do without all the promotion and all the, you know, gimmicks behind it? And then now I'm the top mover. That's what, you know what I mean, how I've been labeling myself as the top mover, just always moving, always staying up on my game. And then we gonna come through with the whole label compilation. It's gonna be either called Movers or something around those, I mean, that terminology. So we just bring the Movers right now, you know.
Word.
So that's what that's all about.
Word.
Yeah. A lot in one. A lot in a quick little run-on sentence.
You gotta get a big like moving truck for your promo.
I'm trying to get everything, man, for real, man. No bull. I'm trying to do a whole lot. That's why, you know what I mean, good. Shout out to dudes like Bedlam, still out here. Like I said, he's one of the shake hands kids babes when it comes to his marketing schemes and how he conducts himself. So linking up with Bedlam, we definitely gonna come through with a nice marketing promotion. You know, roll out and plan and everything like
Absolutely.
that. So.
He will kiss your baby for sure.
Oh, man. Bedlam, he's definitely part of that good dad gang, too, you know?
For real.
Shout out my man, Bed. Amanda, how we doing?
We're doing very well, EJ. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
Wait, you said February 18th.
Yeah. I'm in Aquarius.
You're on the cusp, though.
I'm on the cusp, but I'm not no Pisces. I'm not even going to claim that. I'm an Aquarius. So
Word, and you know I'm an Aquarius because we rep that hard on this side.
Yeah.
So I'm just admired by you because I'm just like, how do you do everything that you do? And how do you stay balanced in everything that you do? Like you said, you're a very intricate dude. Mm-hmm. You're an intricate person. How do you stay on top of everything that you're doing while maintaining balance in the things that you're doing, as well as like relaxing and taking self-care time?
That's a good question. For myself, I definitely I pride to like the challenge and putting my back against the wall and getting things done. I'm always one to kind of add more to my plate than I can probably handle, but I definitely get it done. And like I said, I take pride in that. And I'm just very disciplined. I don't know. I just have a mentality like that mentality, like, yo, we got to get it done, and if no one else is going to do it for us, we got to do it for ourselves. Like self-sufficient, self-efficient as well. So, and that comes from me being, you know, being behind the wall a lot. Like I came with this type of mentality, this discipline type of mentality since I was younger. And I'm like, I remember one of like the staff or the CEOs when I was younger, they said something like, you guys are wasting time in here when you could be doing a whole lot out there. And then the cats out there, they're wasting time because they don't even see the potential. It's like we all have the same 24 hours and they over there just, you know, whatever they're doing, you know, they could be just getting high or, you know, just playing video games all day and doing nothing.
Or working their way behind the,
you know what I mean, doing
walls,
what they got to do to get behind there. And then it's like, you know what I mean, no one's really utilizing the full potential of the time that we have out here. So I just always had that in the back of my head, like whenever I'm out here to get the opportunity to handle whatever tasks or my plans, or, you know, I just got to execute them. So I just try to always break it down. And my lady too, wifey, she definitely helped me with my time management, because that was one of my my weaknesses is I have a whole lot going on, but my time management skills suck. You know what I mean? So she was like, listen, break it all down and just, you know what I mean, have like a schedule, because that was one thing I'm always just ripping and running and never really had a schedule. And so I just kind of started just having a schedule with things. It's like, you know what? And then that just helped me to start being on time for, you know, events or meetings or whatever, and just also appreciating another person's time, because it's not all about me. And especially when you're trying to work with somebody else, it's like, come on, have that respect for their time as you would want your respect. So, you know, I just try to have that in the forefront of my mind as well, just to, you know, handle whatever task and execute it.
I respect that. I can relate to a lot of that, and I'm going to definitely listen to this interview like 3-4 times to make sure I get it. Speaking of wifey, and that you have a new baby, and you're also, you know, a lyricist, and you're out here putting out music like crazy, what do you think about bringing them on the road? Or have you thought of that? You know, you're doing real estate, but you may inevitably pop out and be on a tour soon. How would you balance that?
Oh, I would love to bring him out. Right now, with Little Man, he's 15 months. So right now it's, still in the early stages as far as, bringing them out, especially with the season changes all the time. And even if I was out west, we don't even, like, when we're traveling, we want to keep on the East Coast right now as family trips and whatnot, because we want to keep him in the same time zone for keeping him on schedule when it comes to bedtime and, waking up and eating and all that. So, I'm definitely open to that. I want to shun, the family away from nothing. I want them to be a part of my whole growth, and I want to be a part of their growth as well. So I'm definitely a family man when it comes to business and anything like that. So they would definitely be there 100%. And if it's a situation and an opportunity where they could come on the road with me, oh yeah, man, let's hit the road. But it got to be the right situation. And we also have a 12-year-old too. So there's long school and the schedules, and she works as well. Everything kind of lines up. It would be, hey man, let's hit the road and whatnot.
Yeah,
so.
Family man.
Yeah.
I noticed that because in your record Addiction, so you're talking about money, and that's a frequent topic.
Right. Yeah, it's one of my main topics.
But we talk about that a lot on here. We talk with artists where like it always seems to come back to the money, but with you. You're the first person we've talked to who has actually rapped about, generational wealth and like passing businesses down. And first, salute for that, because that's awesome, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And basing off, what Amanda had asked about, how do you balance?
Yeah.
Is there a gem you could drop to someone who has similar goals? Like, what advice would you give someone who wants to get on that path?
You know what I say too? I say embrace where you're at and who's in your circle and who you're putting on for, who you're doing it for, and then sit those people down if they're, whether if it's your mother and parents or brother and sister you're working with, or if it's your spouse and you have children and whatnot, have that team meeting just like you would have with your boys or whomever, and sit them down. Just let everybody know what the common goal is, and let's work towards that. Just embrace where y'all at and what y'all trying to do, and let's come and let's get it together. That's one thing I had to learn is not really like I was kind of not really like embarrassed, or I was kind of like just keeping everybody in the dark, but it was like, oh, listen, this is my family. This is what I come to at home to at the end of the night. So you know what? Let me be all the way open with my career, with everything. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll help me get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Even with my mother's a realtor as well. I got her into real estate, and
That's what's up.
And now she kind of wants to do like a little bit more. Like home stage and a little bit more design work and whatnot. She doesn't want to be out there in the field. So it's like, and so I noticed those skills with her. So when I'm running my business, I'm like, okay, what is your strengths and what is your weakness? So how we can all come together. And with the music thing, it was like, as far as my girl goes and whatnot, she was like, she doesn't really know this music and she doesn't really care about hip hop and whatnot. She's Latina too, So if it ain't bachata or something like that, she don't really give a damn. But nevertheless, it was like, what is she strong at? Like I always say she's one of the illest researchers and investigators out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, you're in the wrong profession anyways. But nevertheless, I'm like, yo, she's good at doing that type of thing. So I always find someone's strength, and how can we come together with the for whatever the common goal is and get to the next level. So what I just say, for anybody out there who's in a similar position, is like, yo, whoever's in your team, whoever's in your circle, find out everybody's strength and weakness, find out whatever the common goal is, and how can we execute it and get to the next step, man? How can we get more money or just be more together and making a step together? Because, at the end of the day, as long as we're together with it, I feel like that's a plus, that's a win right there. We have fun now. We can talk about something at the next family cookout, or we could talk something about at dinner. It's like, what's the common goal? What's the next task at hand? You know what I'm saying? Shared
goals, shared dreams even are absolutely crucial. But it's funny because people the family doesn't always seem to move as a unit.
Nah, and that's what we're trying to even when especially nowadays, we're not really I guess with that traditional way of life anymore, where let's sit down and have like a family dinner, or let's go to Big Mama's crib on Sundays, we're gonna have this family dinner. But we're trying to get back to that type of thing. But even wherever we're at, we're just trying to make that our opportunity to come together and do whatever we got to do for the common goal. So that I started saying this. I'm like, anytime we sitting down, we're having a dinner, instead of just being up on our phones or this person's in the living room watching the movie while he's eating. Let's come together at the table. Let's pull out a little whiteboard. If we don't have a whiteboard, let's put out a little notebook and let's talk about the common goal. Let's sit down and really do it, because this is what this is what the billionaires are doing with their family. Or if they're not doing that no more, this is what they had to do in order to get there.
Right. Once you get to a billion.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Different things come through. You know what I mean? Like, but I ain't reached there yet. So I'm like, how can we get there? And I want to get there together. And I can't do it all. And that's one thing I learned about myself too, because I'm so hands-on with a lot of with everything I do. I'm so hands-on that it's like I said, sometimes I overload my plate. So it's like,
you're speaking to two people that are very aware of what this feels.
You know what I mean?
I'm
so
in
you
denial.
know what it is. So it's like, how can you put some type of trust into someone to really, handle that task? And it's like, sometimes you don't really have that trust. Like,
Facts.
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna do it myself. But you put your back against the wall, taking on too many.
You have to
too many
start that
details.
way, though. You have to show that, because you can't lead if you're not willing to.
And that's one thing too. Is like, I always kind of lead by example. I'm never one to really just sit there and scold you or talk too much. I'm rather like, you know what? Let me just go out there and I put in the work. And if you follow, then you're somebody who I can rock with. If not, then it's like, it wasn't meant to be anyway. So let me do what I gotta do.
Right. Exactly, man. Exactly. It's funny. I was just thinking, Biggie always taught us to keep family and business completely separated. And it's interesting to hear how far you come. Like, another generation later in hip hop, it's kind of like,
I think Jay-Z said it. I forget on what joint he was talking about. He was like, I watched The Godfather. He said, he was like, I watched The Godfather. I didn't get none of that. Something about how it was.
he said that. Yeah, that was on 444.
It was on the 444.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's one movie right there. Everybody know me. I'm a sucker for gangster flicks and shoot 'em up, bang bang, and drug reference movies and all that type of stuff. But nevertheless, it's like, what are the lessons you could pull from each movie?
Godfather is gem after gem
After gem, you know what I mean?
I've
And it was
never
all
seen
for the
The
family.
Ever
Godfather.
seen it?
You got to see those.
I will watch it with, like, honestly.
He's like,
No, really,
you have
it's
to
one of
watch
those
it. I will
movies
watch
where
it with you.
there's so many little lessons.
For real, you could pull a little gems, just one little line right here, one little scene, and just overall and that's what I'm trying to do with the kids nowadays too. Anything we could watch Finding Nemo. I'm like, what'd you get from this movie? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
What did that fish teach you?
Exactly. No, so we're breaking down everything, and we're just trying to find meaning in everything. That, like, again, I think that's a strength and weakness in my part, because like, I'm so intricate that I'm trying to find meaning in something, and sometimes that pulls away from me just enjoying it. Let me just sit back and just enjoy it and not have to think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like I know probably, I don't even know the dude, but that's probably what J. Cole goes through a lot. You know what I mean? Because he's so intricate and he's thinking about like, how can this make sense? And it's like, it's hard to even just enjoy yourself at the club one time, because it's like, I'm like, nah.
You can't just be observing.
Yeah, you can't be observing. Sometimes you just have to just let loose, and I'm trying to learn how to do that. But then it's like, I don't want to do that so much, because I feel like if I go down that route, I'll never really, stay on course with something. So that's one of my one of my little fears.
So you're always in your head.
Yeah, I'm always in my head.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't smoke. You know what I mean? Because I think way too much. I'll blow everybody's high.
Yeah. Yeah, drop that. Like, yeah. But anyway, before I do want to play a record before we get out of here, so they can hear it. We're gonna come back because I want to talk about a few other things real quick.
No
but what's some exclusive thing that we can play?
Exclusive off the new album.
Yeah.
You want to play something after that? Let's get into Swordfish, man. This is produced by my man Tricky Trips. He's out there in Germany and whatnot. This is coming off my new album Top Mover. I got my man Anti on there producing on there. He's from California. I got V Dawn heavily over there in New York and whatnot. And I also got the legendary Ski Beats up on this album. But this one's produced by Tricky Trips. It's called Swordfish off the new album Top Mover.
Top Movers. You're going to hear LFOD Radio. We'll be back after this with a little bit more from EJ. We're back. Swordfish. Exclusive.
Yeah, man. I think that might be the first single off of it. We about to start shooting the video soon, but I got a couple other joints, but we trying to, toss it up, figure out which one we going to really push before we, drop the album, and then, all the follow-up stuff.
Strategic planning.
Yeah. We got to do that with this
The
one.
rollout got to be crazy.
It got to be crazy. I mean, I drop a lot of music where a lot of the fans and my core support group, sometimes they miss me. You already know there's no more attention span anyways with this day and age. But then also with so much content out there, it's just, you know what I mean, a lot of things just get overshadowed anyway. So we're just trying to do this one right.
That's why I asked, like, what have you been doing for 3? I knew about a few of those. I didn't catch every single one of those. I knew about the Barcotics because they had the tour around it. And then, like, I knew. But either way, before we get out of here, I got to ask the most important question. What does Live Free or Die mean to you?
Live Free or Die means to me is right now I'm gonna say financially freedom, financially free, so you can be able to get up when you want, go to bed when you want, and do what you want in between then. You know what I mean? And taking care of the ones you gotta take care of, from first being yourself and, you know, your health and everything like that, and then the ones around you, whether you have children and offspring, you have a spouse, you have parents, or you have a business, anything like that. So I think Live Free or Die is really to live within financial freedom.
Word. Do you know YN Prop?
Why did I? No, I don't know YN Prop, but I feel like I seen the name or I seen something, but I don't know.
He was the first person to give he had a very similar answer to that.
Okay.
The financial freedom answer is new this year. That's new for 2019. We never got
in
that.
residual income attached to that.
Yeah. I mean, make money while you're sleeping, make money in different in different aspects. Never just put all your eggs in one basket, and then be able to use that money to invest over here, and then, you know, pay this bill over here and get back over there, and keep everything going, that cycle.
Mailbox money.
For real.
Generational wealth. For real.
For real. I do have one thing before we get out of here. So the rapper realtor combo.
Yeah.
I know realtor's a semi-common, you know, hustle, you know. I've never seen another rapper, I know a few that do realty, I've never seen them roll it into the package like that.
And when we were talking about how do I handle this task, or how do I do all this, I was saying just to embrace who you are, embrace what's around you. That's one thing. I'm like, I didn't want to have to wear, like, I'm a fly dude. I'll wear a business suit to the studio, but then, like, I might show up to, you know, to go to a open house just wearing what I'm wearing right now, a sweatsuit, and I don't want to have to give the wrong impression to my fan base, to my core base, to anybody out there to be like, oh, this guy's a different dude at this point. And at 5 o'clock when he, you know what I mean? I'm like, nah, you're going to get me all the way around. So I'm like, you know what? I am a rapper and I do rap about this, but you know what? I also am a realtor and I do this. And I'm like, you're going to get all that because I'm me at the end of the day, and I don't want anybody to feel like they're going to get a different person if they see me in a different event or a different aspect of where we're at. So like I said, I'm just embracing who I am, embracing who my family is, where we are in life, or where we're trying to go, and everybody who I come into contact with relationship wise, whether we're just an acquaintance, we become good friends, we become business partners, or, you know what I mean, whatever, however we cross paths in life, I'm gonna give you me all the way authentic, and I'm gonna treat you with respect, and we're gonna go from there, man. It's like I said, I come in peace, I leave in peace. Anything in between is entirely up to y'all. You know
Facts. Aquarius. See this?
I don't know anything about that. You know about Aquarius. Peace, I'm with. Yeah.
Respect you.
Indeed.
100%.
Word.
I like that because also, like, J. Cole, you know, was talking, because you had referenced him earlier, like, he talks about, like, gimmicks and things like that. And I like the fact that you're rolling out everything that you do, because that's what people see when they see you.
Right.
Everything, not just one thing.
EJakeEnterprises.com.
That's it, man. EJakeEnterprises.com. You'll get everything from EJake Music, EJake Realty, and all that, man. Everything in between.
Where can people follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram. I'm heavy on Instagram. EJake_PHM. That's EJAKE_PHM. That's the same thing for Twitter. On Facebook, it's EJake. And again, EJakeEnterprises.com. And you'll get all the other avenues, you know, EJake Music and EJake Realty and all that. So EJakeEnterprises.com. And I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Facebook.
That's what's up, man. Yo, thank you for coming through.
Thank y'all, man. LFOD, man. It's always a pleasure. And thank y'all for the platform. And peace and love to all y'all.
Appreciate you.
Likewise. This is going to be online tomorrow. So,
y'all quick with the editing.
Yeah, it's going to be online tomorrow. iTunes, Spotify, LFODradio.com, Google Play, Amazon, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, any of those, whatever you listen to podcasts on. If you subscribe, you'll get it as soon as it drops. If not, you'll get it as soon as I, get it posted. And you can follow us at LFOD Radio on everywhere, _ on Twitter. Check out our YouTube if you haven't. We got a lot up there. We're starting to put up more concert footage. We got a recap of that Still Gold show in the press room. There's Victoria's been hitting shows, so we got a lot coming. And submissions.
Crazy
at
media outlet, man. Okay,
LFODradio.com.
LFOD, y'all definitely on y'all media outlet out here.
We got to keep up with y'all. You know, the artistry's rising.
Facts.
Everyone's getting more professional. You know, we got to keep the pace.
That's what it is, man. I'll support y'all to the end, man. LFOD
Let's
Radio.
move. We need the movers.
Oh, listen, no. Off air, I'm gonna get everybody's sizes because when I get these sweatshirts and everything, man, I'm gonna send y'all a nice little package.
That'd be
with
fire.
The album. I'm gonna
Free
get
stuff.
No, definitely. Free 99 is always good to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get albums and records. So I'm gonna send y'all a little gift package. You know?
Word. I would appreciate that.
Definitely.
We gotta get out of here.
You're a real
Thank you
one.
very much,
Thank
man.
y'all. Thank you.
LFOD Radio will be back next week,
Peace.
9 p.m.